Okay then, Di. So for the most part, setup was actually okay. I think your alignment on the golf course will probably get affected based on the shots you're hitting. If you know you're going to slice it or hook it, then you're going to kind of aim accordingly and stuff. And as you're aiming on the mat and out, you're not aiming way offline. You could potentially aim, maybe you're aiming kind of here. We could possibly move there and there to be a bit further left starting, just to allow for a little bit of a fade, okay? Fade and draw aren't good and bad, or bad and good. It's just your preference. If when it becomes a slice or a massive hook, then we've got the problems, okay? But the problem you had before was setup was square with a club face. When you got to the top of your backswing, you get to here, then you would say, you said something like stop turning or didn't turn as much, and then you'd collapse your left wrist here, and that would then lend itself to what we call that sort of cupping in the left wrist, because when the left wrist cups here, the glove hand has this bending in the wrist, it can go further. So if you don't turn your shoulders, the need to get the club back here is required to be done by something else, in which case your wrists take over. When you took the golf club back and you turn nicely, again, sometimes confidence can reduce the amount of turn. When you got back here, good shoulder turn, your left wrist now is a lot flatter, yeah? Keeping that left wrist here a lot flatter is keeping your club face square. So your club face is square at setup. It's now square here. So when it comes back to the golf ball, it's now square there. Hitting the ball down just left of the liner, and you see that ball there now zipping down the range with minimal kind of cut spin there. This is your better one, if I think I got all the way through. You see it's coming down now. He's coming down now pretty much on that white line with your soft little fade that you like to see. When you get cuppy with that left wrist, okay, you come back here now, club face is wide open, the ball might start left, with all that side spin, he's going to be and just disappearing off the left there. Or if you use your hands and square it too much, it's just left going left, isn't it? Okay, just keeping that club face square at the top. So in some ways, there's a feeling you can sort of practice, palm to target, right palm, palm to the ground, palm to the sky, palm this way. As if I was going to give you like a high five or low five, okay? If your hand was there in this sort of a low five position, you just made a good putt, well done, you wouldn't go kind of this way, you just go here and boom. Yeah. Exactly. So your wrist would be here, there, this way. There's this kind of motion, keeping that left wrist. If you cup that left wrist stays flatter, it limits how far you can go back. And that's why sometimes you said in the past, when I do these shorter swings, they go straighter, because what you actually end up doing is you just stop the wrist going further, you see? Yeah. You shorten the swings in a way that actually keep the club face square. So we'll keep if that left wrist stays flatter, you can't go back too far. That's it. The left wrist staying flatter will keep the club face squarer. And as you come to the golf ball, the club face will just stay squarer through the golf ball, yeah? Oh. Make sense? Good man. Right, have a couple more in, bud.